Hello, welcome, welcome. I'm Lady Bella Donna. Welcome. I hope everybody is doing well tonight uh, and staying warm. I know a lot of places across the United States and all are under a lot of cold weather and snow and all. So hope everybody is staying warm and everything is good. I'm going to be using 3 decks tonight. Deck 1, Spirit Message. Deck 2, a little bit of a change up. Angel Guide. And then deck 3 is the Fairies. Okay, so if you want Spirit Message, deck 1. Angel Guide, deck 2. Oracle of the Fairies, deck 3. So if you would, just put deck 1, deck 2, deck 3. And that will be good. And hi, Lori. Hi, Liz. Hi, Ray. Hi, Christina. Okay, deck 1 for Lori. Okay. Liz, would you like to have a reading tonight? Ray, would you like to have a reading if you would? There you go, deck 1. Okay. Liz? Uh, Ray? I got Christina, Liz, Ray, and Lori. I start writing the names down, so I don't get overwhelmed with trying to keep up with writing. It takes so much time. Yes. Is it Luz? Liz? I'm calling you Liz. It's Liz Love or Luz? I'm not sure how you say your name. Luz? Christina, you wanted deck 1? Give it a couple of shuffles. Okay. And would you like deck 1 or deck 2 or deck 3? Christina, you wanted deck 1? Let's see what we have for you tonight. Hi, Erica. I want to say okay. Makes some difficulties. Yes, I will put you down. Deck 1 is Message. Deck 2 is Angel Guide. Deck 3 is Fairies. I'm not sure. ERYKAH. I'm not really sure how to say that. I want to say it's Erica, but I know that's not right. But uh, and if anyone would be interested in having a more in-depth reading other than just a one-card deck, you could always go to Psychic Truth and look me up. I'm on Psychic Truth. My ID number is 8752. I would love to do an in-depth reading with you. So, um, Christina, apparently you've got a lot of things that's going on in your life, and that it's time to take a moment. Take a moment to reflect. Take a moment to appreciate where you were. Say, for instance, a year ago, where were you at compared to where you're at now? And just take the time to look and look where you're at and the decisions you've made. How did it affect you? Is it good? Is it bad? What can you change? What could you do better? And just take a long look before making any decisions, and to see, weigh them out, weigh the pros and the cons out. Yours is the take a moment. Stop. Now is not the time to rush into decisions you're about to make before this important decision is made. Take a moment, a pause, and quiet your mind so that you can ask your soul for guidance before you act and move forward. So remember where you were a year ago. Remember where you want to be, and what is it going to take to get you to where you need to go. So take a moment. Take a moment to think about your decisions and the choices and how it's going to affect not only you but those around you. Okay. So Christina, I hope that helps. And Liz, did you tell me which deck you wanted? Whatever deck. Okay. Let's try the new deck that I pulled out for us tonight, okay? It's deck number 2. Okay. And Ray, did you want a deck? You're welcome. You're welcome, Christina. Apparently you have got some your card is the inner child healing. So apparently something that happened to you when you was young. You need to address it, bring it to the surface, bring it forth, quit pushing it back, bring it forth, and make amends with it. Not for anybody else, but for yourself. Make amends with it for yourself, because apparently it is something that is needed for you at this time. So this child healing, this is something that has taken place. It could have been something, maybe physical abuse, mental abuse. It could be any kind of trauma that you experienced as a child, and that it's left its mark on. The only way to overcome it, get through it, is to face it, live through it, okay? And I know sometimes some things can be very hurtful, and I do realize that, but the sooner that you face it, the sooner you'll be able to overcome it. Otherwise, it's going to be like a thorn in your side. It's going to be like a sore that needs to be opened. And until you open it, it's going to stand there and it's going to throb and pulsate until you do open it. I know everybody has had one of those boils or pimples or smashed fingers or whatever that an ingrown toenail or something. So, I mean, once it starts, once you relieve that pulsating feeling, then you get a relief, a sigh of relief. So let it go, sweetheart. Bring it up, address it. Uh, Make whatever amends you need to make for you. Okay? You don't have to address it to anyone else, but make amends with you. At least acknowledge it, at least bring it forth and acknowledge it so that you can come to grips with it, comes to terms with it. And if you do need to talk to someone about it, then don't be afraid or ashamed to reach out and talk to someone about it. Maybe it's your closest friend. And if you want to, if you need to talk to that person that did these things to you to be able to accept it and move past it, then do so. Find a way to do it. It will help. I promise you, it will help. You're welcome. Ray, did you ever tell me which one you wanted? You are so welcome. Did Ray ever say what deck he wanted? There you are, deck 1. Okay, I got you. Stay with, okay. Let's see if it's my heater. Let me know if you still have problems here. It could be my heater. Solarosa, if you would, deck 1, deck 2, or deck 3, and just tell me which deck you would like. I am doing good today. Did that help? Humming? The static? Lori is next. Caregiver, Ray, your card is the caregiver, which to me that is that there's been a whole lot of responsibility put on top of you as a caregiver. It could be with one of your parents, both of your parents, a grandparent. It could be your job. If you should happen to work in a nursing home or something, and you're a caregiver, or maybe it's a part-time job where you sit with someone. Times can be really difficult in this kind of job, because if you lose someone you tend to, or you're tending to, and you're close to, sometimes it makes for a very hard part. And just know that the people that you love and care do appreciate you, and they want you to know that they do appreciate you. They may not tell you, but they want you to know it. Excuse me. We are with you, and Spirit has its own way of recognizing the care and love you provide to others, especially at the end of their lives. Just as you receive care and love at the start of your life. Excuse me. Caregivers often focus all their attentions on their loved ones and often neglect their own concerns and well-being in the process. So it's also reminding you to take time for you. It's all well and good to take care of them, but don't let yourself get so down that you forget to take care of you, because you're not going to do them any good if you can't take care of yourself. If you get down, you can't do them any good. Okay? So be sure to take time for you. Take a little bit of time. Those that are around you, that love you, that know what you do for them, will understand if you take a little bit of time for you. And if it is a job type situation that you're in, leave it at work. don't bring it home. Leave it at work. If you can, if you can, leave it at work and don't bring it home with you. And it will make you a lot better off that way. So don't bring it home. I know that they do know it, and they may not always know how to tell you that they appreciate you or that they know that you're there for them, but they are, and they are wanting you to know that they are. Hi, Catherine. I will put you down. And you want deck 3, okay? So I hope that helps. Ray, I hope that helps. Lori? You wanted deck 1 as well. Okay? Hi, Sue. Catherine, did I tell you hi? If not, I'm sorry. Hello, Catherine. Hello, Sue. Sue, if you would, you could pick out deck 1, deck 2, or deck 3. Deck 1 is Spirit Message. Deck 2 is Angel Guide. And deck 3 is Fairies. Your card, Lori, is a child's love. So, no matter how far away that you may seem from your child, or the difficulties that bringing up children or a teenager or whatever the situation may be, you'll never get too far away that they're not going to need your comfort. If they get sick, they're going to want you by their side. I still got a 44-year-old daughter that when she gets sick, she still wants mama. She's not even living at home, but she will come to mama if she needs to. So they're never too far away. It doesn't matter what's going on in their lives. You're going to be a part of it, whether or not you're a silent part. You'll always be a part of their lives. Yours is a child's love. A love between a parent and a child is one of the most precious and deep connections we make during the time on earth. Children start out as part of us, and from their first cries, they establish themselves as the biggest part of our hearts. So that bond is not easily broken. And even in death, you still have a bond with them and a closeness. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how far away you think they are. They're not. Okay? So just know that no matter how strained things may be, that you can't get too far that your mom won't love. Let me tell you, when I got married and moved away from home, I didn't know a lot about astral projection, but I do believe that my mother was able to do so because she would come to me. She was still alive. She would come to me and she'd put her hand on my shoulder. And I knew it was her. I knew it was her. So, and even now, I know that my mother's gone. She's been gone since 2000. And even now I know when she's around. Whether it's a smell of coffee at 3 o'clock in the morning and her saying, hey, it's time for us to have coffee together. Okay? And if I smell it at 6 o'clock or 6:30 in the morning, it's Daddy. Daddy's making coffee. You're welcome, Laurie. I hope that helps. I hope that helps. And that, that even if you are estranged with your mother, it won't always be like that. There'll be something that will bring you closer together if you're not. Believe you me, there was some very difficult times in my daughter in my life, but now we're as close as we ever was, and it was horrible for years and years and years. It was a horrible relationship, but I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world now. So it can happen. It's just that it has maturing in time. Time heals it, and time moves on from it. And you find out that the more important things in life are to be together and to love for one another than any grudge you ever had. Any grudge that you ever had in your life is not worth taking it to the grave. Arika, are you still here? You still hear static? I am not sure what it is. I am so sorry. I'm not sure what it is. Can you hear me? I can't tell whether or not. Okay. Deck 2, can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm not sure I've got this microphone up or not. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I thought I had lost everybody. It's a little static. Okay. And you wanted deck 2. Yes, okay. Okay, I just wanted to check because I was messing with it to see if it was my headphones. I got a new plug thing so that I could not be just have a little breathing room. And I'm hoping that wasn't it. Okay, you wanted deck 2, which is the Angel Guide deck. These are relatively new. I don't know if I've used them on my live shows here or not, but I've used them in some readings. Rika, your card is listen deeply. It's what you hear after you really listen to what is being told. Apparently, there's someone that is needing you to listen to them, to hear them out. And sometimes we speak before we really listen. So take the time to listen more deeply to what they may be trying to tell you. Sometimes like I said, we tend to speak. We tend to speak. You see it? We tend to speak over and not really hear from the heart. We're not listening. So when I see this card, I'm thinking that someone that you're really close to is really, really, really needing to talk to you about something, but they're afraid to talk to you about it because they're afraid you're not going to understand them and you're not going to let them finish telling you what it is they need you to know before you interrupt them and put your input in. So if they come to you and they need to talk, just to learn how to be an active listener. It is a hard thing to learn, but it can be done. A listener is someone that waits in order to speak and let them finish so that you can actually listen. Don't don't interject yourself into it right away. Give them the opportunity to finish telling you what they need to tell you. Because I get the feeling that it's matters of the heart. They want to have a heart-to-heart talk to you, and that it is something that they do need to. They've been wanting to talk to you about it for a while. They just haven't because they haven't known how to do this. Okay? So be prepared for whatever it is that's going to come and just be an active listener. Don't interject what you think they want to hear, or it may be even something that you are familiar with. Wait. And then if it comes that they ask, and then you could say, well, I remember a time back in such and such where similar, the situations are a little similar, and this is how I did it. This is what I did. I don't know that it would be right for you, but, and don't put it as though you think they ought to do it the very same way as you did it, because it may not work that way. So to be an active listener, okay? Well, um, yeah, it is. That could be very hurtful too. That could be the matters of the heart that I'm picking up on. I hope. Welcome. I would be glad to give you a reading. If you will pick deck 1, deck 2, or deck 3. Deck 1 is Spirit Message. Deck 2 is Angel Guide. Deck 3 is Fairies. Okay. Just, be prepared the next time, because there will be a next time. If they didn't put it out there the way that they wanted to put it out there this time, they will. So just be ready, and just don't interject yourself into it, and just let them talk until they um, it's really something very touchy. Whatever it is, it's taking its toll on both of you. So you might give it another give it another try, because there's something that's pressing for your attention, and it really, really needs to be settled. And the only way is to keep trying. I mean, we as parents, and we still, no matter what, we still continue to try, even though they may not see it and not want it at the time. We as parents still keep trying. So I hope that it works out for you. I really Creolosa. I am terrible tonight with this pronouncing. Creolosa. Creolosa. Are you still with us? Are you still here? What about Catherine? You're still here? And, Catherine, you wanted deck 3, the fairies. There you are. Oh, you don't want a reading? Okay. All right. I probably butchered your name, and I'm so sorry. Hi, Sarah. I'll put you down on it and call you up. I get as many as I can in the hour that I have. I have an hour slot. And, yeah, okay. Magical Gateway. Doors are open for you, Catherine. Um, we make our own magic, and it's magical time for you. There's a lot of excitement that I feel is coming around. Yes, Mark. Okay. Be sure that you pick deck 1, deck 2, or deck 3. So there's a lot of good things that are taking places. There's doors opening up for you. It's time to get back to the magic of things. You know what it was like to feel good, to remember what it was like to feel good, to put that spark, that excitement. It's time. It's your time for this. It takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown. Yet, this is where the greatest rewards are. It's time to step boldly forward without looking back. So, you've got a lot of good things, magical things. What I say magical is because of the magic of the fairies, you know, the unknown, now you see me, now you don't type of thing. So, it's there. And so just remember the excitement and to don't be afraid. Step through that door. Maybe step through that door because there's a lot of magical, fun, exciting things that are waiting on you. So don't be afraid. You're welcome, Catherine. Just don't be afraid to take that step. Okay? Don't be afraid to take that step because there's a lot of good things. I feel a lot of good, exciting things. Uh, have you got a uh, daughter or son that may be going to have a baby or somewhere there that there's an excitement? I'm picking up somewhere along the line of a baby. I I'm not saying you, but there's something on that line of excitement. You know, so you have to check back with me next week. Could be, but there is an excitement. Someone that is. There is someone that I feel like that may be going to be sharing their little bundle of joy news before too long. So I hope that's that's the case. But either way, there's something exciting coming your way. Sue, are you here? And Sue, I don't see a hi, Tiffany. Hi, Zahara. Hi, Sue. And did you tell me which deck, Sue, that you wanted? I don't see it, and I don't have it written down. And just I will get to as many of you as I can tonight. I have an hour slot. And just remember, if I don't make it to get to you reading tonight, to come back next Wednesday, or you could private message me if you would like for a private message on Psychic Truth. My ID number is 8752, Lady Bella Donna. Be glad to do a reading for you there if you would like, and you can't wait the week. Or come back next week, and I usually try to get here right at 10 o'clock. So if you try to get here, and while the commercial or whatever is playing, I usually start jotting down as soon as it starts counting down. I start writing down names. So if you want to be on the list to ensure that you get read for that night, for that day, then come in early. Come in and just be looking for it. And they will post, if something happens that I can't be there for next Wednesday, they'll post it that the show's canceled. So you won't have to be sitting here waiting and worrying about whether or not you missed it or not. So just come back next Wednesday. Hi, Tiffany. And you wanted deck one. Deck one. Okay. Yeah, you want deck three, okay. And if you will, Ollie, just be sure that you pick which deck you would like. It saves a whole lot of time if you put it up here and I put it down so I'll know which deck to shuffle for you. And I'm doing Sue. I'm on Sue, and the next one is Hope. Hi, Jaya. Deck two. Okay. All right, let's see. Choices. Apparently, Sue, you've got a lot of decisions to be making. This card is choices. There's a lot of different doors opening, a lot of different choices that you can make. When I see this card, I often tell people to take and weigh their options. Do the pros and cons. Before you make any big decision, make a list of the pros and cons. What is it that you're going to gain? How are you going to reach the ultimate goal? What can I do to reach the ultimate goal? What is it going to take? Write the pros. Is this one paid more an hour, but I have to drive an hour longer? Is it paying for you to go? Or would it be better to take the one that's 2 miles up the road and get paid less and not have to drive that hour. So weigh your choices. What I'm saying is weigh your choices, because there is choices and there is doors opening for you. So be sure that you really think about it, because it's not only you that it affects those people around you. It says when you accept responsibility for your life and the choices you make, you begin to tap into the power of your own spirit. You'll be able to listen to and appreciate the intuitive wisdom that's inside you and apply it positively and constructively to your outside world. So weigh it and go with what best suits the outcome you wish to achieve. Yeah, I know, right? It is. It's a lot easier for me to sit here and tell you than it is to do it for you. But just write them down. And if it's a job that's an hour away, but you feel like that it is your calling, that you will be happy at, then drive that extra hour. If it's a couple of blocks away, if it's the most miserable job in the world for you, then you know you don't want to do that. So take the hour job. These are kind of the things that may be holding you back, that makes it seem kind of difficult for you, because that would make it difficult. But if it's a miserable job, but the pay's good, is the job still miserable? It's still sucky. So would you rather take a lower paying job and have a job that you enjoy? And then there again, what else will you have to do? Is there some way that if it's the money, if it's the money issue, then what can you cut back on? What can you live without, do without, that you could save a little bit to make up the difference? I mean, if push comes to shove, I know where I could cut corners. So know your options. And Sue, good luck with that. And hopefully that helps. Hope, I don't see your deck. Yeah. So what makes you happy? Do what makes you happy, because in the long run, it's going to reward you. Hi, Sai. I am looking for hope. Did hope ever um did hope ever come? Hope? I have Sarah. Sarah, you wanted deck 1. Sarah, are you here? And then Spunky, if you're here. Sarah? Sai, I'll put you down. Sai, on that question, I would suggest that you go with your instincts, go with your heart. Actually, you have to kind of balance your heart and your mind, because your heart can't live without your mind, and your mind can't live without your heart, and your heart lies to us. The heart tells us that we're having a heart attack when it's only gas, So listen to your inner sides, inner sides. Meditate a little bit and listen. And if you see red flags going up when you meet someone, they're to get a heck away from them. They're dangerous. So listen to the red signs, the red flags. And hi, Sarah. Let's see, you wanted deck 1. So just, kind of go with your gut feeling. You'll know. It's just like grieving process. No one can tell you but you how long grieving period lasts. Neither can they tell you how long it will take you to find it. So just go, and don't be in a hurry. It'll find you. When it's meant to happen, it's going to find you. So just trust that, okay, Sarah? Just trust that. All right, Sarah. Did I? Who was I answering? Oh, Si, I'm sorry. Si, that was for you. And Sarah, this card's for you. You wanted deck 1. For some reason, my mouth got dry. Memories. Sarah, apparently you're reliving a lot of things. Have you had a something that happened that recently happened to bring up memories that maybe you have forgotten about? They're not bad memories. Don't get me wrong. They're not bad memories. It's just memories. There's keys unlocking. There's memories. There's a lot of hope, a lot of memories, a lot of love. There's a lot of things that are going on that you're remembering. It's like something has triggered this landfall of memories. Welcome them. If it's because of a loved one that's passed, bring them up, because that's a visit from them. That's a visit from them to you. So yeah, they're wanting you to remember them. They're wanting you to bring it forth. They're wanting you to remember. They don't go away with time. In fact, some things brings them back. You remember something that happened years ago that you may have forgot about. It's telling you to reconnect with that. There's a lot of fond memories and a lot of hope and a lot of understanding and great memories that you're sharing. Your memories are like diamonds in the treasure chest of your spirit. More and more memories are arising within you. Remember the happy moments with your loved ones who are here in the spirit world. For neither time nor distance can stop the energy of love that you have for one another. And I might add, don't meditate on the how they passed. Sometimes it could be very troubling, very hard to see. Don't dwell so much on how that they died, because sometimes it'll eat you alive. Trust me, my son was killed from a motorcycle wreck. If I allowed myself, I could remember the horror that I felt the day I was told he died, the feeling that I had, and I don't choose to remember that. And if I thought about how he died too much, it could really devastate you inside. Okay, and I choose to not. I want to remember when it came to me and took me where it happened. When it came to me and showed me how it happened. Those times, or when he drove up in the car with my daughter that had passed away also, and drove up and stepped out of the car and run to me and said, "Mom, I'm home. I'm all right." I would rather remember that just to remember how. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense for you. Okay? Because it did to me, because I'd much rather remember that than to remember the horrific death, which, thank God, he died instantly and he didn't have to go through all the other horrific things that is associated with a motorcycle wreck. So I'm glad for that. And it looks like that, Sarah, that I've got enough time. Spanky, if you're here, and Spanky and Mark, I may have enough time to do both of you. The rest of you, I am so, so sorry, but our time will be out before we know it. I've got 6 minutes, so hopefully you're welcome, Sarah. You're so, so welcome. And I do get long-winded because I do think about my children, and I'm blessed. I have been blessed, even though I've lost 2 children. I've been blessed because my life I wouldn't be who I am had I not had them in my life. So not having them was not an option. So I'm glad for that. Lee, I'm sorry. I have got enough time for 2 more readings, and then I will be back again next Wednesday. If you would like to come, if you would like to be on the list to be earlier, I can come on at 10. And so come back next Wednesday at 10. You will go ahead of time if you'll look and subscribe to Psychic Truth. Then you'll know when we go live, when I go live, because they tell you well in advance. And if by chance I get sick or I can't, they're going to put it up that the show's canceled. So you'll know in plenty of time. And if you will come back and be added to the list early on, and because like I said, we've only got an hour, and so I have to do as many as I can. Okay, so Spanky, you wanted deck 1, and your card is the relationship card. Okay. So yours is apparently the relationship that you're involved in at this point. I'm picking up, I'm seeing that there's children involved in this relationship. There's been a lot of upsets, a lot of turmoils, a lot of, I want to say his and hers and ours. I may have that off, but it seems like I'm picking up his and hers and ours. Uh, and that it may be that, yeah, that Spanky, this is yours. Or Spunky? Spunky. I say it's Spanky. It looks like Spanky. Anyways, but this is yours, and there is his, ours, and mine is what I'm thinking. That maybe there's children. It could be family, other family issues, but I'm thinking that it's children in this relationship that's causing a little bit of problems. The children are not accepting the relationship too well. But in saying that, there is a peaceful outcome, which means it's going to work itself out. So if there's trouble now, it's going to work itself out. There is peace on the mend. So just give it time. Work with it. Don't give up on it. It will work itself out. Relationships are just mirror images of your own life. How you feel and treat yourself, as well as how you treat or react and respond to different situations and people around you. Be aware that every relationship is an opportunity for soul growth. So everything's going to work out, but it's going to take its time, and just work with it. Work with it, and uh, the peace will come. Okay? There will be peace. The outcome will be a very peaceful and joyous family unit. But right now, it seems like it's kind of up in the air. Like there's a little bit of trouble in that particular area. So, Mark, are you still here, Mark? Okay. Find you. Are you here? Mark, there you are. There you are. And did you tell me, Mark, I don't have a card deck behind your name. You want deck 1, deck 2, or deck 3? Message from the spirits, angel guide, or fairies? 1, 2, or 3? Mark, deck 1, deck 2, or deck 3? Spirit deck, okay? Gotcha. Cards, bunch of them. Usually, if there's more than 1 or 2, then I would think that they're just my hands. I have neuropathy, so sometimes. Mark, you you have always been a giver, okay? And apparently, you spend a lot of your um, kindness in giving. You really enjoy giving. Your card is the receive. Sometimes it's good to be a giver, but it's also very good to be a receiver. And sometimes it's a whole lot harder to be a receiver because we're so used to giving until it's hard um, to be a receiver. But just think of it whenever you are in the position to where you may need a little bit of help. We all go through a dry spell every once in a while, but we do need some help. And some help, whether it's financial help, whether or not it's food help, whether or not it's whatever it is that we may be in need of. Don't be afraid and too prideful that you can't say, yes, I'll take it. Even though it will hurt like heck, because believe you me, I'm a giver all my life, and to be a receiver is really, really hard when you get down and your health is down and you have somebody wait on you and you're used to waiting on them. Oh, yeah. So don't be afraid to be a receiver because just remember the joy that you get when you give to people and the care that you give and that feeling that washes over you, of that feeling of gratefulness that you were able to. Don't deprive others of that same feeling because they want that feeling too. They want to return the favor. And, I always give in hopes that if one day I found myself in that situation, that someone would come along and be there to help me. So it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. So just remember to be a receiver as well as a giver. The card says you are a kind and loving soul who constantly reaches out and gives to others. But now is the time for you to learn how to graciously receive. Just as with the ebb and flow of the tides, the art of giving and receiving is the natural law and order of the universe. So it's a give and take world. So don't be afraid and don't be too prideful that you can't say yes when somebody offers it. It took me a while to let others because I was a giver. And I'm not a taker unless I need it. And I'm not too prideful that I reach out and say, look, I need a little help. Can you help me? Even though I have reached out a couple of times and got slapped because they couldn't help or didn't want to help, and you felt deprived and depraved. You felt betrayed because you were there for them, and when you needed them, they wasn't there for you. So I've had that happen. So, uh, you know, that's something that we live and learn with also. It is a part of the give and take process as well. Uh, so I hope that helps. And I hope that resonated with you, that helped, hits home with you. And let me check and see what or not. Yes, I would like to tell everybody a big thank you for allowing me into your lives and trusting me with your readings and connecting with you, connecting with your energy. And I hope that some of what I said helps uh, and that it resonates and it makes you feel good and that uh, I'm here because of you. I'm doing what I do because of you. I love to help people. In my way, I still like to give. Uh, and so I would like to invite you back next week at 10 o'clock next Wednesday. It is a set day. It's Wednesday at 10. If something should happen and I can't make it, they will notify the page. So just be an active member or, go check back and forth to the page and they'll let you know. Subscribe to it. And if you would like to have a more in-depth reading with me, you could go to Psychic Truth and book a reading with me. My ID number is 8752. I'd like to thank my host for helping me. And Godspeed, stay safe, stay warm, and I'll see you next week. God bless.